Hello, this is Grace from workanywherenow.com. I'm here to do a video walkthrough of Mask Planner 2. This is a software that is for social media management, growing the accounts, and doing engagement on the social platforms. Let's see, I have I believe the lower plan of the Mask Planner. And Mask Planner has to be installed either on a PC, like a Windows PC. If you don't have Windows PC, then and you have a Mac, then you have to use a virtual server. So those are the two ways to have it installed. Now, Mask Planner is very powerful software, and it beats anything out there that you can use on your phone. I mean, the details that you can do with your social media accounts for multiple platforms, this is the way to go. So this is my software right now. You can see it moving because it's doing actions for me right now, okay? And this is the dashboard in the summary tab. And if we go into statistics, you can see some what it does here for me. So for this one account on Instagram, my Jessica Dolls account, it follows a lot of different accounts every day. You see how many people I follow? And then it could also unfollow. And I could briefly show you how it looks like. And look, and my account is liking anywhere from almost 2,000 posts a day. I've lowered it a little bit lately, but anyway, there's a lot of things you can do, but that's automated. I just set it up and let it grow, and it has brought me a lot of followers. I started this software last year in June, and this one account, Jessica Dolls on Instagram, it was at 43,700 in June. You want to take a look here. 43,759, and in January now it's up to 61,000. So it's this account actually grows kind of slow. I've had bigger accounts, other accounts that's grown faster, like this account. I don't have the history because I had to reset this account for some reason. I think it had to do with my password and Instagram. But this started at 200 followers in June, and now it's at 41,900. So depends on the niche. It can go pretty quickly here. This other account here started July, and it's at 18,000 in 7 months. So that's not bad, right? So that's just Instagram, and then you can do Pinterest, you can do Twitter, Facebook. I'm going to touch on Google Plus, but I don't actually recommend Google Plus in here, and I'll tell you why in a second. Anyway, so this is the overview of things going on, so you can see what's going on. If it's working, it shows you here that it's working. This is where you set up all your accounts. The software supports not only these platforms that you see here, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, and Facebook, but it also does LinkedIn and Tumblr, I believe. But I don't really use those too much. So, but you can add those as well. There are limits to how many accounts you can have for each platform. And like for Instagram is 4, and I believe the other ones are about the same. And if you want more, you could just go to extra modules and buy more accounts if you like, for like $15 or something like that. So like Twitter, I have multiple accounts. Pinterest, I have 2 accounts. I just have my one Facebook account. I don't have a lot of Facebook accounts, but there's a lot of people that use it for Facebook as well. And so what does it do? So here's the tools menu. For each account that you put in there, You could have it to follow back. You could do like, you could comment, you could follow people, unfollow people. For Pinterest or tweets, you could retweet, repin. And then there's even more actions if you click here to go into more tools. And here, you contact members. These are like direct messages or private messages that you could send as you follow people. I just haven't done that yet. Mainly for me personally, I like using follow and like the most. It's so effective. My accounts grow pretty quickly with these three functions alone. So you can see that I'm only using a small portion of the software, and I've already grown my accounts so much. And then in the settings, I don't even need to touch this at all. So as the defaults that it came in, it has worked fine. So it's a great program that's easy to set up. That's nothing. So these are the extra modules I was telling you about. So you can do, if you want to do even more, there's a lot of other functions that you can add to your mass planner. Now here, this is really cool. This is for publishing. So like right now, I have two things that I have here, which is one is to send content to all my social media that where I want it to. So it could be from my blog to all the social media accounts. And then here, the second one is from my Facebook page to groups, to Facebook groups. So I could do that automatically as well. There's definitely more campaigns you can do. These are just the two that I've done, but it could do a lot more. I don't have a lot of other accounts on that I need to do this for, but I can definitely add it for my other business that I just haven't done. But let's look into the tools and why it's so great, okay? Because people think that they could use those other apps on the phone to, let's say, do this follow function. But in Mass Planner, look at the details that you can do here. You could specify how much time to wait between each follow, and then you could specify how much time, or how many people to follow at one time every time it starts, and then how many seconds even in between each follow. And then you could have your max for the day, and it could even increase for you by how much every day. And then you can set the time that you want to do it at. Like all these different ways that you can follow, you can totally specify so much in detail and what days you want it to do. And then the sources, this is the even best part about the software, is that you can specify how it follows. You cannot do this with the apps on the phone. So for example, what I like to use, I don't like to use something broad like keyword search or be that specific here by an account name. So I don't use those two. But the two that I like to use most is follow friends of target accounts. So I like to find, let's say these are big bloggers or big accounts on Instagram that have very active followers. So or active growth in their account. So as long as they get a good growth, like 100 a day or at least 50 a day of new followers, they're probably a good source to have. So as long as they're always refreshing, they're always getting new followers, that's a good account to have in your source. So you're basically following their followers. But what's even better is this function here. I like to follow people who interact with those target accounts. So if, let's say, one of these followers, like this account has very well known. Amber, fill her up. She's got over 1 million followers. So, and her followers are very active. So I want to follow those followers who are active, who are interacting with her posts. So, and I would like to follow the people who do that in the last 5 minutes. So you can specify such very detail of things that you want to do here. So that's what I love about it. And then you can see the results, how many it follows and how many it follows when it followed. And you can analyze this data by exporting this data and analyze how much is following out an hour, and you could fiddle around with all your settings to make sure that's what you want your software to do. So you could do that same with follow back, unfollow. You could also unfollow, specify so many details here how it unfollows. You can have a white list as well if you don't want to unfollow somebody. The like tool is very similar to the follow, and you could again go into your source tab here and just check out all the details. You could tell Mask Planner how to follow, and this is the best part of the software, I feel. So you could do like posts of followers, you could like your feed, you could like the users of those who interacted with those big accounts. So again, if it was somebody who interacted on that big blogger Amber Filler Up account, if they interacted, I want to like those people's posts. So that's really cool. And also, even after you follow, you can tell, look here, you could tell it to like the latest posts of the users that you follow. So I could like 1 to 2 posts after I follow them. So you have like 3 notifications in their view, or they'll get the 3 notifications of you following and then the 2 likes. So I really love this program, and it's done wonders for me. I've been using it since June, and it's been great. It's Twitter actually is really good too for this software. It works wonders here too, and it does the same thing. It has the follow sources, and you could tell it to follow by a certain way. You could choose those big accounts that you want to follow, their followers of, and those people who actively engage in those accounts. So you always want to follow very active accounts so that your account gets likes and retweets and all that stuff, engagement on your account. So I highly recommend this for Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, so Facebook. So Facebook, I like to do this one where you can set what to publish here and where to publish it to, and then when to publish. Oh, you could drafts, and here's like all my posts ready to go. And to tell it where to publish, you just go into your destination list. You have to add a destination list and just tell it where to post. So it should be specific to the campaign so that you can specify where it goes. So right now I post to 13 groups a day with that campaign. So this is a brief overview of what you can do with this software. I don't recommend, the only thing I don't recommend is Google+. So apparently I asked Mask Planner if my settings were too high initially, and I had set the settings very low, but what happened was that once I started trying to get followers in Google+, I got banned for 2 weeks really quickly, like within 2 hours. So I don't recommend Google+ here, because even Mask Planner doesn't know how they detect the software. And Mask Planner is supposed to do all these actions as if it's a real person. So that's why you have all these ranges of time, so that it can pick, it can wait between, it could pick random times and do random things, so that it stays random and it doesn't do those actions like a robot. So, but Google Plus is just very sensitive, so I don't recommend that. But for the other platforms, I've been having great success with them, so I highly recommend this. Also, after you buy this software, I highly recommend you join their Mass Planner Facebook group, because they have a lot of tips in here, and it's really great resource to have once you are set up, or at least just bought the software, because you want to have knowledge of how to use, how to set up the tools. So you could start for free. You get 5 days just to try it out, and I have the standard plan. Standard plan is only $9.95 per month, but if you buy 6 months, it's $44.95 for the 6 months. So I think it works out to be $7 something a month. So you save a little bit there, so 30%. So that's it. I just want to do this quick preview for you, so you know what it's about, and it's a really, really awesome program. I highly recommend it. Look at my links underneath this video, and also you can go to my blog post to get more details of where to sign up for this and everything else. And I'll have all the links underneath this video as well. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to please subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I will get more, even more tutorials like this out to you. Thank you so much for visiting. I'll see you next time. Bye.